Guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Mona and in today's video I'll show you how I created this look. This is my Onam makeup tutorial, and if you're looking for a neutral eye makeup look with some bold lip option and with lots of technique to make your makeup stay put all through the day, then this tutorial is for you. Also, this is going to be super beneficial if your skin tone is on the duskier skin side, and even if you're not on the duskier skin tone side, it's going to be beneficial for you as well. So if you want to know how I created this look, then please keep on watching. First things first, I'm going to moisturize my lips. I'm going to be using the Sugar's Lip Balm in shade 02 Cosmopolitan to moisturize my lips. This is also going to add a little bit of tint on my lips. I actually used this lip balm as my lip color for the look that I created for my Tamil channel, the Onam look. You can definitely take a look at that. Now for moisturizing my face, I'm going to be using the Aqualogica's Glow Plus Mousse Night Gel. Yes, of course, it's a night gel, but I really like the formulation of this moisturizer. Also, it keeps my skin super hydrated. It also is super lightweight on my skin. I'm also using the same moussey night gel to moisturize my under eye area. Now for primer, I want you guys to try this out because I highly recommend this. This one is from Glamours. It's the Matte Wave Face Priming Powder Cream. This is specifically for oily skin people. Now this is a cream based primer, but it settles down to a nice matte powder finish, which is so nice on my oily skin, and it also helps to keep my makeup on my skin for a very long time. I really like the formulation of this primer cream, so you guys definitely can check this out. I'm directly going to be applying my foundation. I'm going to skip the color correction part because the foundation that I'm going to use now has a little bit of orange tint in it. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix foundation in shade NW45. This has a little bit of orange, as I said earlier, so this is going to counterbalance all the hyperpigmentations and discolorations on my face. I really don't want to spoil my white top, and the top is definitely not very comfortable on the neckline. It's kind of irritating, but still it looks traditional, so I just wish to keep this on until I get over with the tutorial. So I'm just going to dampen my beauty sponge with a little bit of setting mist. Now this one is a mini MAC Prep Plus Prime Fix Plus mist. It always comes like a tongue twister for me. So this one is the mini version that they launched recently, so I really like this. It's very compact, tiny, and I generally have this in my handbag, but now I thought I'll use this because it was sitting there idle without any use for a very long time. So now I'm just going to take the foundation and directly apply this on my skin. I'm first targeting the areas where I generally apply orange concealer. Dampening your sponge with a little bit of setting mist before applying your foundation is equal to applying or spritzing your makeup mist on every layer of building your base. So this one is an additional tip if you want your makeup to stay for a very long time. As you can see, the coverage is not full coverage. I'm not going for a full coverage look. I want this to look as natural as possible. So I've just corrected the areas where it needs some correction. Now for that highlight to happen, I'm using a concealer that is lighter in shade. So for concealer, I'm using the Sugar's Magic Wand Waterproof Concealer in shade 45 Con Panna. I'm just applying a little bit of this concealer underneath my eyes, on the top of my nose, on my forehead, my chin area, and a little bit on the top of my lips, just a little bit. I will build up the coverage if needed, so I'm just blending this with the same damn beauty sponge. I really like the formulation of this concealer, but the shades, they need to bring more darker shades. As you guys can clearly see, my concealer is a bit patchy and blocky, so I'm just going to correct it with a little bit of foundation. What I do is I take the tiniest amount of foundation and then I correct the corners and wherever it needs some correction basically. This is going to give a very flawless and seamless effect. I really like doing this. The quantity matters the most, so build as you go. I used to overload products a lot and then remove all the excess, but with time, I learned that less is more, so I highly recommend you to do the same. Okay, now that the blending is done, I think you guys can really see the difference now. It's not blocky or patchy or cakey looking. It definitely is more seamless and I really like this effect. Now I will just set my base with a little bit of setting mist, the same Fix Plus mist. Now before I set this with some loose powder, I want the setting mist to completely melt on my skin. So meanwhile, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. For eyebrows, I'll use the Morphe Eyebrow Cake in shade Chocolate Mousse. I prefer eyebrow pomades any day, anytime, and I also like my eyebrows to look bolder and darker. So that's what I'm going for. I'm intensifying the middle and outer part of my eyebrows, and I'm keeping the inner part of my eyebrow as natural as possible. I'm just shaping it. I don't think you can see on camera, but my eyebrow hair is a bit longer, and after some time it just kind of gets disturbed and it just moves around. So to keep them in place, I'm going to be using this eyebrow gel from Morphe. I generally don't do this step because the eyebrow pomade itself just keeps the hair in place, but today I thought of doing this. So I'm just quickly brushing this gel all across my eyebrows. Setting mist has completely set on my face. I'm going to set my face with some powder. Now it's monsoon and I highly recommend you to use a good loose powder. These loose powders from K by Katrina are my absolute favorite. I am today using the shade Olive. I am using a powder brush, which I don't do normally, but today I felt like doing. So I'm just applying this loose powder underneath my eyes. I pretty much set my whole face with the same loose powder, and then if needed, I'll go with either a lighter shade compact or a darker shade compact. But today I think I'll just use a bronzer to balance out if the powder turns out a bit lighter. Okay, that's done. I'm just quickly going to bronze my face. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the one and only Hoola Caramel Bronzer, my absolute favorite. I love this and I really want you guys to try this one. I have already hit pan here, and this is one nice, amazing warm tone bronzer, matte bronzer that I really like. It performs well on my skin. This is a lifesaver for me. And all you brown skin girls, consider getting a good bronzer for your skin tone. I know it's really very hard to find a good bronzer for our skin tone, but luckily this one right here is working out good for me. They do also have a darker shade in the same range. You can definitely go for that if you're looking for something even darker and deeper, and if you're on the deeper skin tone side. I also do like to take my bronzer just here underneath my eyes. I don't like to keep the under eye area extremely bright, especially this area. I don't want it to be like super bright and white because it just makes my eyes look super small. So I just like to keep a little bit of a shadow thing happening underneath my eye area, as you can see. For my eyeshadow, I'm using the SFR Colors Caramel Brown eyeshadow. It's a dupe for the Huda Brown Obsessions, I believe. I don't remember the exact name, but it's a dupe for the Huda 9 color eyeshadow palette. I really like the color theme, and the performance of these colors are really nice as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this bronzy brown shade on my eyelids first with my fingers. And with a clean finger, I'm just rubbing and blending the outer edges. You don't need n number of fancy brushes. I just tell this quite a lot, but that's the truth. You don't need quite a lot of eye brushes to create a good eye look. You just need to know the techniques, and also you just need to know how to correct the mistakes. Okay, I'm just kind of rubbing and blending the outer corners. As you can see, you can use all your clean fingers to do this, or you can clean your fingers before blending, you know. I'm also doing the same thing on my lower lash line. Alright, I think it's fine, but I need a little bit of highlight on the center part, so I'm going to be using this gold shade on the center just a little bit. This is just going to give a nice gradient of color. I really like doing this. It's the most easiest halo eye technique that I do. Also, it just gives a dual tone look for any eyeshadow that I do. You can mix how much ever color you want, but make sure you mix them in the correct proportion. So now it's time to align our waterline with some kajal. I'm using the Plum's Nature Studio Plum Kajal, basically, that's it. So I really am liking bold eye look these days, so I'm just going to go overboard with my kajal duty today. I genuinely haven't decided if I have to apply some eyeliner or not for today's look, but I'm just going to move forward with mascara. For mascara, I'm using the K by Katrina's mascara, another one of my favorite mascaras in the market. Definitely a must try one. So I'm just going to apply a good coat of mascara on both my lashes because I'm not going to apply any falsies for today's look. Okay, this is definitely just one single coat, but I will be reapplying my second coat once after the whole look is done. I'm going to complete my face. Before applying some blush and highlighter, I like to once again spritz some makeup setting mist on my face. This is going to make the blush and highlighter pop. Just 2 spritz on both my cheeks. Once again, after the setting mist sets, you are going to apply some blush on the cheeks. I am going to be using this one from My Glam. It's the K Play Raspberry Blush. I recently got to try this and I really liked it. It's a fruit based blush. It has different variants and it is infused with fruits. I really like the concept of this blush and I really like the performance as well. Also, it smells fruity. Also, I'm being super careful because the blushes just by itself are super pigmented and we have also dampened the surface, so we have to be very careful when applying and blending. I'm just being quick and gentle and I'm slowly building the coverage. I also like to apply a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose. Also, whatever is left on the brush goes onto the chin. Now it's time to apply some highlighter, my favorite part. So I'm using the Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Gold highlighter, one of my favorites. I'm using the same brush, taking the product from the side of the brush, and then I'm applying this on the highest point of my cheeks and also the center part. I'm connecting the beginning of the highlighter to my brow bone area, and I'm also blending this in a circular motion just to make sure that it all looks blended, and you should never know where the highlighter starts and ends. So I'm also making sure that my blush and the highlighter are well blended. Look at that glow. I really love this highlighter from Maybelline. It's my all-time favorite. I also am going to take a little bit on my pinky and I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow and my brow bone. Okay, that's glowy. Never mind, we are going to cover the lips with some lipstick. For lipstick, I'm going to be using a bold magenta shade, for which I'm using the Lakme Absolutes Matte Velvet Mini Liquid Lipstick in shade Magenta Rhythm. It genuinely feels like as if I'm doing a big mistake of applying lipstick without a lip liner, because I am a lip liner girl. I cannot go with a lipstick without lip liner, so I'm just going to quickly line my lips, fill in the corners and just blend it with this liquid lipstick. I'm using the Pure Vino lip liner from Calabar, one of my favorite magenta lip liners. Did you guys notice something? I have gone overboard with my lip liner. Okay, there's no coming back. I just have to work with this. See, I like to overline my lips just underneath my lips. Today, I overlined the upper part of my lips, which is nice, not too bad. I like the defined crisp cupid's bow. I just changed my earrings and added a bindi. And one final step, no, actually two. I'm just going to set my face with the setting mist once again. And while this is setting, I'm going to apply this bronzer. I'm just trying to not use any brush. I'm using this bronzer on my transition color just to deepen it up. One final step. It's my second coat of mascara. And that's it. We are done and ready for Onam 2022. You can definitely play around with different lip colors or eye colors. It's totally up to you. I definitely am loving this neutral eye look with bold and fun lip colors these days. So yeah, this is my take. This is the second version of my Onam makeup look. You can definitely check out my previous Onam look that I have uploaded on my Tamil channel made by Mona. You can definitely check it out and let me know if you like it. All the product links are given in the description box below. You can definitely check it out. With that being said, I would like to end today's video. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.